Okay, so I'm basically just repeating. I'm basically extending these exercises from the last, I don't know, tutorial video about indexing. So this is an extension of indexing. The original indexing exercise was this, which was playing the same note with different fingers and just going up and down, and then going up and then back, right? Because indexing is all, well, piano playing, we generally think of piano playing as hitting the right notes with the right fingers. And so I'm trying to make it to the point where you can just get any finger that you want onto any finger on the keyboard at any time, whenever you want. This is, to me, kind of a fundamental of keyboard playing. It's about as simple as it can get. And so I've extended these exercises to many different variations to really, really, really enforce the ability of indexing. So in this case, what I've done is I'm playing a scale, and now I'm reversing. Because normally when you play a scale, right, going down, you'll do this, right? But in this case, right? So the thing is that every time I go down, I have to shift my wrist far enough for the next finger to catch. So again, I guess what I've learned from these indexing exercises is that it's not about getting your fingers onto the right keys, but rather it's about getting your wrists, your arms and your wrists, in the position that makes it possible for your fingers to hit the keys. So, not about the fingers, it's about the rest of the arm. Kind of funny how much of a parallel there is between that and drawing. And so, yes, so that's one of the exercises, one of the variations. Another variation is this. Now, this one is a particularly hard one. It's much harder than the other ones because I'm not. It's not a small shift. It's a large jump, and I find that usually when I'm playing a piano piece, the large jumps are what really screw me up. So this going from pinky to thumb is a large jump, and that will kind of again help you with those large jumps. And then you can do a descending scale or an ascending scale. Doing a large jump from pinky to thumb. And then again, these kinds of exercises are no good unless you can do them in unison. So, right now, a few caveats and things to watch out for. When you do a large jump, you're going to want to do this. This is the natural thing that you're going to want to do because you're trying to shorten the distance between the two. So you have to counteract this feeling. Keep your hands, natural, not splayed, but I mean just natural, and try not to use your fingers. Don't use your fingers to play. Use the rest of the arm. Right? So relax. Relax these hands. You can use the wrist to actuate the keys, meaning, that's what plays them rather than the fingers playing them, because fingers are going to be trying to go left and right and all that. I find that's kind of counterproductive. So I guess what it is the arm and the shoulder are used to shuttle the hand around. The wrist is used for actuation of the keys to actually play them. Okay, so this is just for this indexing exercise. And then the most extreme form of the exercise that I could think of was this, where right? This is the largest jump I can think of. It also involves a crossover. And, a lot of times I've seen some of these really complex pieces, people are, crossing over. So, again, for me, the purpose of doing any kind of drill or exercise is not to just keep on doing the same dumb thing over and over again, but to take the hardest thing I can think of and drill that, push things to their extreme. Figure out, for instance, right? This is the biggest jump on a 49 key keyboard. 88, you get an even bigger jump. And the other thing is this, is that that is the fastest shift, the fastest and largest shift that I will ever physically be capable of, because that is the maximum speed at which I can accelerate my arm and still control the speed. It's important to know your physical limits. Know what your physical limits are. Right? So that might be the physical limit of me being able to shift between, one hand span. Right? Find out what your physical limits are. This way, when you know what your physical limits are, you know kind of if you go faster than that physical limit, you're going to lose control. It won't be humanly possible for you to do that kind of transition. So that way, you know when you can stop. When you've reached your limit. And also, you have a goal, right? When you practice these exercises, it's good to have a goal to know when to stop, when you've kind of achieved that goal. Right. That's the other. Now, what I'm trying to do right now is I'm trying to take the different variations of the exercise. That's a large jump. That's a small reverse. And then back to the jump. So the reason why I have all these different exercises is because eventually I get to the point where I can transition between the exercises, link them up. So this is taking, these exercises, I'm not trying to play any particular tune, besides a scale, but I'm taking the exercises and I'm chaining them together. I'm making as many variations as I can think of. I'm trying to think of all the possible movements that I would need to make on a keyboard so that I can eventually become comfortable with it, and I don't have to worry so much about getting my hands on the right keys. Right, that's kind of the fundamental of keyboard playing. And then once I can get that, I can concentrate more on the tune that I'm trying to play. So I hope that helped. If you like this video and you find it helped you learn to play the piano, please comment, like, and subscribe. You know the drill. And I will talk to you all later.